You already know it's Top Kit 100. You tune into the Real Field TV. Shout out to the whole 100 mob. Shout out to all the supporters. Hey, look, now, I know y'all been waiting patiently for this one or whatever. I know I said it was due to come out yesterday, but I had to let everybody catch up on the previous Snoop Dogg and Biggie situation video that I did, because I want people to realize a lot of internal beef that Pac had, and a lot of people wasn't as close with Pac as you would like to think. And I'm going to explain exactly what I mean. Because a lot of people keep saying, well, Snoop brought Tupac to death row, but it's a lot of things that y'all don't know. That him and Snoop got real unclose, I say a month and a half into even being with death row, and a lot of that was due to gang politics. Tupac was MOB blood. Now, Mob James say he won't, he a hater. You know what I'm saying? Dude put in work for MOB, he died for this, so he was blood. It is what it is. Now, a lot of people scolded Snoop for introducing him into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And, you know, that can make anybody a little edgy when they see and know the things that I know that I'm about to tell y'all. Because a lot of this ain't being said. Now, when Snoop talk, he talks with a lot of conviction, like him and Tupac was good and they was this and they was that. When we all know that there's a possibility, and there's a lot of possibilities of things indicating anything different. I mean, you already told the part of you in the last time, in the last ride that you took with him, you know what I mean? And you kept asking him about going to Vegas and stuff like that. So you kind of incriminated yourself and had people thinking that you had something to do with him getting hit. Now, I didn't want to even do this video on you because I do like you, Snoop, but at the same time, man, we got to call it spade for spade, bro. You keep getting out here shoo-shooing and keep on playing games. Now, your cousin Lil Half Dead, before Tupac even got with Death Row, was in a so-called altercation, or dispute rather, not like an altercation physical, of the music that he did. He's supposed to have wrote Brenda's Got a Baby, not for Pac, because Pac did his own lyrics, but the concept. So him and Tupac was, you know, going through it with that. And Tupac ended up putting out his version and doing the beat and, you know, taking the concept and doing whole nother song. It sounded way different. So we don't want to get it mixed up. And there was a so-called dispute over that. So y'all was cool during the Thug Life days when him and, you know, Thug Life were running around. They were beefing with Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know what I'm saying? Tupac was that cool with you. So this is how y'all got to know each other, and you knew him before Death Row because y'all was running. You know that you and Tupac, Tupac cousin, which is Lil Half Dead, had a dispute with Tupac. You know what I'm saying? So here's what we got to understand. Here's how the Crips that was working for Diddy knew about Tupac, because those same Crips used to even chill with Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Tupac knew who they was already. You know what I'm saying? Lil Half Dead also knew other people already. When we talk about Keefy D and all them, this is who I'm talking about. Know what I mean? Because Tupac was wearing blue bandanas before anything. You know what I'm saying? Because Thug Life was running with Crips. You know what I'm saying? Some of them knew Keefy D, and this how they was around Keefy D and all them. This is what they not telling y'all. Snoop knew Keefy D and them way before that too. Now here's what I want you to realize. Badass in the J-Mix interviews always spoke on the dispute him and, you know what I mean, Corrupt had. Now, when I think about it, when I put out that video of him and the girls and stuff like that, you know what I mean, this is why him and Tupac really always rub heads, because Tupac always knew that about him. But I'm going to tell you like this, both of them did music together. They were still cool, but they had like a love-hate relationship. So that's why you don't hear too much about that from Snoop Dogg. And it's amazing how stuff happened to Badass, and he got disowned by DPG and Snoop Dogg. They weren't really messing with him and doing music before he died because of some of these things he was saying. It's just like Lil Half Dead album cover. When he got Tupac on the keyboard in Can-Am Studio and Yaki Gaddafi beside him, you know what I mean, with them laid out. You see what I'm saying? Is this and was that people saying that that was shots at Tupac due to that song and that dispute that y'all had? So it always been internal beef with Death Row, because it was certain artists that were saying that it was a Crip side and a Blood side. If you went over the Blood side, you were like, boy, you messing with them niggas, man? You know what I'm saying? That's what they were saying. And Nate Dogg specifically said, somebody around Nate Dogg, man, I forgot, they said that he always had, oh yeah, Dad said Nate Dogg always had a 380 on him in all Death Row meetings, because you'll never know what was going to happen. But Tupac and Snoop started to grow away from each other due to the fact that he chose to side with the gang stuff. Now, by this time, of them already having a fallout, Snoop was already cool with Biggie. But there go the thing. Snoop knew about Biggie, but with dissing Biggie, knowing that he was cool with Biggie, they impressed Pac and didn't know that Tupac was listening to that radio station. You see what I mean? So, whether this happened before Biggie sent them in that trailer to do that in Red Hook, Brooklyn and stuff like that, since y'all want to talk about that like I don't know about that whole situation, this is why Tupac had a problem with Snoop. Because he like, boy, we just dissed these dudes for them doing that in Red Hook. You see what I'm saying to you? Now you talking about they your homies and you cool? This can't be. So you got to understand what Tupac was looking at. You know what I mean? And how he was feeling. All the people in the industry wanted Tupac head. And I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? Bad Boy had a big embarrassing situation. No matter how much y'all want to say he didn't want to save face, Tupac did something strange with Faith for no change, bro. Because she wanted to get back at Biggie, because Biggie was doing him. He had Charlie Baltimore, Lil' Kim. Come on, man. Biggie was a whole pimp out here. Know what I mean? Don't think he won't. You know what I mean? This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. But see, the problem with y'all orangutan face-looking people, man, is that y'all don't want to take facts for facts. Y'all want to just go out here and spew out things that y'all don't know about. Know what I mean? I may have been 7 years old back when all this was happening, but it is what it is. I was old enough to know what was happening and then did the research up to this time. So yeah, Trench knew Biggie. So what? Know what I mean? It's who you chill with every day. You were chilling with Pac every day. The only gripe I got with Trench was when Wack 100 wanted to rumble him, I seen him later on after he was woofing and I was on his side, apologize. And Wack 100 is the most disrespectful dude you can think about. He done disrespected Tupac on plenty occasions. He's still disrespecting Nip. So this is what I'm saying. They had gang wars where they were in death row, where they would drive people out to the desert and make them fight as an initiation in death row. Did you know that? MC Hammer had to be in one of them fights. MC Hammer was a street dude. These were street dudes in death row. I don't want y'all to think that Danny Boy, just because he came out the cloud and all did that, I don't want you to think that he's soft. Dude was out there rumbling too and jumping people. Man, wasn't no game in death row with real game. Like, you know how the young ones always say a whole lot of game is? Yeah, it was that for real. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Snoop was a real one back then, but Snoop had a lot of hate. You know what I'm saying? You gonna come here after I brought you here and take over the star power? Did you ever hear about, you know what I mean, Dr. Dre after he had outed him and stuff like that? I mean, come on, man. Him and Jimmy Iovine could have set that whole thing up in Vegas with Puffy. You don't know the forces that were working against Tupac. Know what I mean? You don't know about the fact that before Tupac even came to death row, him and Snoop Dogg had an altercation. You know what I'm saying? Because he stole his slang and stuff off for gin and juice, you know what I'm saying? And he had to scrap his album because it sounded too much like Snoop. Know what I mean? If you type in J-Mix, Natasha something, man, she was talking about all of that, man. Like, it's a lot of stuff that already been talked about on record, man. So when I say this about Snoop, I'm not bashing Snoop, man. Y'all dudes just don't know, and y'all young are either the ones that's old enough probably ain't do their research. I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? The Outlaws and DPG had beef behind the scenes all the time. Know what I mean? You had the Outlaws that was in Jersey. You know what I mean? Hussein Fatal, Blood. R.I.P. Hussein Fatal. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So when you talk about certain people, you know what I'm saying, you got to know who was connected to what. You know what I mean? That's real talk. This Brenda's got a baby situation and all of that. We don't know if Lil Half there and him had that dispute. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of sources saying that actually took place. But it been drama regardless if that happened or not inside, you know what I mean, the whole DPG, Death Row situation. I know a whole lot more about the Can-Am situation and all of that too, man. But that situation is still ongoing to this day, man. You see what happened to Russell Poole. You see what happened to everybody that talk about that, Frank Alexander. Know what I mean? You want to talk about, what's the dude name, man? Johnny J. Yeah, like, come on, man. People getting missing behind talking about certain stuff. So, I mean, it is what it is. I ain't scared. But like I say, man, if y'all want this, man, then y'all show me you want this, man, because I got more. But that's the whole situation about the Biggie and, you know what I mean, Snoop and Tupac situation that I was saying. I'm out.